Your mark ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. That's it, now honey.
What's up? Welcome back to our channel, and
today we'll be doing a real talk video. We'll be answering a questionnaire from the National Radio. What is it called?
Y'all,
National Public Radio.
We're gonna be answering questions that white people have for us.
Yes.
So
today we also have a special guest, my cousin.
Boom.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
With the break the deck on the table.
My name is Anthony Bowler. I go to Ball State University. I'm majoring in marketing. I also have a YouTube channel, Anthony Bowler Magic. So if you check that out, greatly appreciate it. Leave some likes.
Okay, plug yourself down. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the questions. We have 27 questions. We're gonna answer 10 for y'all today. It's gonna be open discussion on how we feel about the topic.
Yeah.
So let us know what y'all think below about each question that we ask y'all. And yeah, but before we continue, don't forget to like, comment,
and
subscribe, and share.
Share.
Share. And yeah, so on to the video.
Question number 1. Why do we call each other the N-word but get upset when a white person uses the N-word?
Okay, you want to go?
Sure, I'll go. I'll set my opinion on this. I think it's all about context and how you say it. With the word ending in the A, I'm under the, I think it means like, endearment. Like you're not using it to oppress somebody, using it in a certain way in the sentence. But with that hard ER, that's a different conversation.
Right.
It hurts. I don't have a problem with white people using the N-word as long as it's like not used. Like I know, and if I know where their heart's at. Like if they're not racist, or if they're using it like in the like replacing it with brother or friend or like that, like dude, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me, I'm kind of like, don't use it. I don't know, cause I just don't want you to use it. I shouldn't use it myself because what it was used for means like uneducated. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for an educated person to use it, it's kind of like. But that's why that people always say it's like what is it called? Contradicting ourselves. Like we don't want you to use it, but we're using it. I understand that, but it's like I'm black and you're not. So that's how I feel about it. You're black. I'm black. You're not. So that's how I feel about it.
So I agree with her. I do not. Okay, so I don't want to be like against you, but I don't agree with the fact that you said you don't mind white people using it. Just because I feel like when they use it, they take it too far. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then on top of that, it's almost like the background of where the word came from. It's like a different force when it comes from a white person saying that. You get what I'm saying? Because like you didn't, not you specifically, but your ancestors didn't have to deal with the fact that nigger was what you were called at one point. And so now that we use nigga as endearment, it's like no, it's almost like, okay, like that's my nigga. Like okay, even though like we not cool or like we not like close like that, it's almost like we got that little small connection from like back then. You get what I'm saying? Whereas the white person, I'm gonna be honest with you, you've never had that connection. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't have the whole connection of like your parents used to call nigger, or your great grandfather or great grandmother used to call nigger. So it's almost like no, you didn't work for that, right? And so I mean, comment on if you feel like any otherwise, but I just don't feel like they should be able to use it. But honestly, when it comes to like black people, I mean, I hear it a lot in our community, so like it doesn't bother me. But like whenever I'm like in my academic settings, I try not to use it because it's almost like, oh, okay, it does mean ignorant person, so like I'm not gonna use it. But whenever like I'm relaxing and like being loose with my words, I do say like I would say it, just like to people I know, not to know professional or like somebody who outside of me. I'm not gonna say it because it's almost like I don't know how you feel about that word. So everybody's in their own playing field when it comes to like how do you feel about that. It's a different emotional connection.
Why is my natural hair, the hair that grows out of my head, seen as a political statement?
Personally, I never really. Well, I just recently did the big chop and went completely natural, like back mid last year, and so I haven't really dealt with like a lot of issues when it comes to my natural hair, like in professional settings. But I do know that when I initially was in the business school in my college, and whenever I wear my natural hair, I always get looks, and like they either want to touch it or they want to ask questions or they want to say like, "Oh, it looks really exotic." I'm just like, "Eh?" You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like the whole political statement is almost like let me be able to wear my natural, same way you wear your natural straight hair, whether it's stringy, wavy, whatever, let me wear my kinky curly hair. You know what I'm saying? Let that just be me. So that, I guess, is where the political statement comes in. Like, let me be me. No matter, I can still have a PhD with curly hair, or with kinky hair. You know, I can be smarter than the person who looks like they have all this stuff together, but because I have like my kinky natural hair, it just lay, you know, puffing my hair, that makes me not as qualified as the next person. So that's how I feel about it.
I never looked at it as a political statement or whatever. I think that's just something that, cause we grew up. Okay, I'm always been natural. So I guess I grew up just like with natural hair, but like seeing everybody around me with the straight hair because that's what was in, or like permed hair. Recently, there was a comment on somebody's picture. It was like you should get your hair permed or something like that. And it was like a little kid. So I was just like, you're teaching them young to want to perm their hair and not have the natural hair. So it was like, now that everybody's going natural, seen as a political statement, like, oh, black power this, black power that. But like, there's been people who've been natural all their life. You know, so it's just like a way for us to feel a part of something, I feel like, that's already been here. Right. So it's like, I don't look at it as a political, because I mean, I've been natural, my sister's been natural, so it's like, whatever. Right. That's just something for us to feel a part of something, even though we were already a part of it. Right. It's trying to like get back into that. And then white people, is because they're so used to seeing us with our permed hair and stuff like that. Now it's like, oh, they look at their hair.
And the
like,
weave and the extensions.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
I would say, I think it's reasonable to assume that over time, black women have been oppressed, like, about their natural hair. Because, you know, not everyone has, like, beautiful, like, natural hair. It is, well, like, society sees it as beautiful. So I know people who are, like, kind of, like, insecure about their hair, the way it grows out. Because it's easier for a white person to grow the hair out, and it's like, it's okay. You know, it looks presentable, but not for certain black people. So I feel like they have to compensate by getting, you know, their hair done all the time and getting, like, you know, weave and extensions and that kind of thing. So when they go natural, it's almost like you're freeing yourself from that oppression, of that insecurity to hide your natural hair. At the same time, like, just because it's natural doesn't mean it looks good. Like, if like natural hair is great, but if you can't go to, you know, your job and your hair is like all over the place, like you gotta comb it, you know, do something to it to make it presentable. Because naturally, our hair isn't designed to grow out of our head and just look good. And like I would say, like, not look good like, okay, it's just hair, so it's gonna be what it is, but like look good in the sense of like society, what looks good. So like, you know, wash it, condition it, and comb it down or comb it up, whatever you want to do. Same thing with a white person. You can't go to work looking all crazy out of bed because, you know, hair's all messy. So yeah.
So really, I'll go back to like, what do people deem presentable?
Next question: why do people think light skin looks better than dark skin?
I'll put it out there. I haven't heard this at all until I went to college. I never heard that at all because I'm so naive that I don't even think like that. I don't even think that's a thing. Like, I'm more on the black-white issue, not like racism within the black community. That whole issue might stem from that, you know, the light skin has white in them, so they're perceived as better looking. But I never even thought of that. I just think, like, if you're pretty, you're pretty. If you're, you know, you can be green and be beautiful.
Yeah.
You know?
I like it too. See, I think it's like different with me because like I am the dark skinned girl, and people will say it. You know what I'm saying? Or they just like go for that look. And then like they start making us believe that too, especially when we were younger and very like vulnerable and stuff. They made us start believing that. So that's what we told ourselves. Oh, this girl is prettier than me because she's light skinned, but really she look like a bulldog in the face.
I don't think like that.
So it's like that's what it was. That's people always say that, but they don't. Now that I like found who I am and I enjoy my dark skin and stuff.
How I feel about the situation is that colorism is real, and people overlook it a lot. And so we always say like, oh, light skin is better than dark skin, but to be honest, I think it all stems back when slavery was, when they would say, when the house like slave would be lighter.
I heard
you know
of this.
And the darker slave would be the field person.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you grew animosity for that person.
Yeah.
So you feel like they have the better life, and I have this horrible life.
And that's only because they have white in them.
Mm-hmm. Because they usually took advantage, or their ancestors took advantage of. Now, as time progressed, the animosity still stayed there, but it transformed into something different. So like now, like me being a dark skinned girl as well, you deal with bullying. You get what I'm saying? So you deal with people saying, oh, you're dark, oh, you're burnt, oh, you look a gorilla, oh, you look like this, just because you're dark. You can be way prettier than the light skinned girl next to you. Not like lighter per se. You kind of, I don't know, you kind of get addressed as like the more person who comes off more aggressive, can handle more pain in a sense. And just overall you kind of get looked over because you're not, it's almost like you're the epitome of what a black person is. You get what I'm saying? So like you're not the light skinned person who comes off gentle or who can either be mixed, because majority of the time they're mixed, or like they have like mixed breed in their family. You get what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. Colorism is real, and that's my perspective of it. Colorism is freaking real, and we stop bullying little dark skinned girls because they're cute.
Do you really believe that black is beautiful, or is it just something cool to say?
I think it's both. I'll go with the first part. Black is beautiful. I think that means, like, for example, black is beautiful. I think it means overcoming your oppression over time. Mm-hmm. So saying black is beautiful is contrary to what was said, like black isn't beautiful, like that racist mentality. So when you say black is beautiful, you're empowering people by saying you're black and you matter too.
Right.
You know, hashtag Black Lives Matter. I think it sounds cool to say in a marketing perspective, but only to market what I previously said about overcoming the oppression that, you know, yeah.
I say it because it's true. There are a lot of beautiful black people in this world, as you can tell. And also, it is something cool to say because, like, my black is beautiful. You know, like on BET, they be like, my black is beautiful. So, I mean, it is a cool thing to say, but at the same time, it's like you have to actually believe it and mean it, I feel like, for you to say it. So, if I believe it, I'm going to say it.
So, I'm going to come at it from more of like a inner perspective. So, when people say my black is beautiful, I get what you said. I was saying these both things because like a lot of people say it now, and it's like, oh, my black is beautiful because like a trend or like just something sad. Yeah, just something sad. But then like honestly, if you really think about it, black really is beautiful, and like not just because like how it looks, but
the
because
culture.
Yeah, the culture in general. Like if you look at black people overall, like you'd be amazed. You get what I'm saying? Like not even the surface of like what we do, but like you just go deep in detail, like how we're made up basically. You get what I'm saying? And how we're made up is almost like we're not like no other race. So it's like it's very beautiful.
Why do some black people say that you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl?
Once again, I never heard this at all until I went to college.
It's because you're light-skinned.
I don't know where I've been, but I've never heard this before ever. Because I don't have that mentality. I don't think I never heard of it. So when I heard my friend talk about this at dinner one time, I was like, that's stupid. What do you mean that's stupid? No one thinks like this, and people do think like that. So what do you guys think?
Majority of the black culture thinks like that.
It goes back to the topic of light-skinned girls are prettier than dark-skinned girls. So when they think you're pretty, it's like they have to put that for a dark-skinned girl so that they don't be like, oh, you're just pretty. Yeah. It's like you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl because it's like
speaking
really,
like dark-skinned girls aren't pretty all the time.
Aren't cute, aren't pretty all the time. So it's like they throw that in there to say, you know, so they're basically like still like for light-skinned girls, just like, oh, you're just pretty for a dark-skinned girl. It's like, don't tell me I'm pretty then. If I had to be for a dark skin girl, why can't I just be pretty for a girl?
I'm trying to figure out why people have this in their head in the first place. Like, where'd this come from? Because I don't think like that. I just see appearances like if you're cute, you're cute.
It'd be different if you say you prefer a light skin over dark. Okay, that's fine. That's your preference. Yeah. But don't say that I'm ugly because I'm not light skinned. Yeah.
Because like what if like the dark skin person is like a better person than the light skin person?
Yeah.
You know.
You're right.
You can't you can't go off of their appearance if they're like a trash person.
When it comes to like people in general, I get the whole preference thing because like if I'm dating you, I have to look at you. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to be like, oh my god, like you know. So like if I don't prefer your skin type, that's not saying oh my god like you're ugly. It's just saying that you know my skin don't look as popping next to yours. You feel me? So like I mean I kind of get that, but I don't.
And that's still colorism.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, too, it's almost like it's a reason why. Some people literally don't like dark-skinned girls because they don't like dark-skinned women in general, overall. You know what I'm saying?
I think a good dark skin woman can change that perspective on that dude.
I definitely done that.
Yeah.
I
Some black men only date white women.
I got you. So you say why we love. No, I'm kidding.
I got you.
I would say that they're afraid of black women. That's one of my first reasons. They're afraid. They can't handle. Not all black women are like aggressive and pushy and everything. That's a stereotype. But some men just can't handle that. Because they sometimes in their brain that over time they don't like that. So they go with the white woman because they can boss them around. I've seen this happen. They can boss them around. They tell them what to do and they'll do it. So it's kind of like it makes them feel better because they can control what the woman does. Right. Versus that black woman who's like, no, you ain't doing that right now.
Right.
So,
look, you're right.
I think that's the main reason. Because I don't think a parent.
So
I think that's what I say too. I mean, because I know men who will have sex with a black woman, but will never be in a relationship or will never marry one.
Right.
Due to what Anthony basically said about the whole control thing.
The stereotype that
it's
like,
because I know they were like black women are attractive, but it's just I can't date them. Yeah. And it's just weird.
But a lot of them say they're controlling. That's why I can't date one. Cause I can't. Well, but a lot of men do say what you said earlier that I can't date a black woman because I know I'm too controlling for her. You get what I'm saying? I've heard that before.
Like they're too controlling for a black woman.
Yeah.
And like the black woman's not gonna let that happen.
Right.
Oh, okay. So it's like.
Which in all reality, you can find whatever you want in your race.
That's insecure. If you, that's insecurity.
Yeah. Oh, they was right what they said. But when he said the reason why he said he doesn't date black women is because he feels like he's so dark that like black women don't compliment his skin. And so first I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? Da-da-da. And so then I think about a lot of men who like really dark. They don't date dark skinned women, or they don't date like women of color at all. They tend to go with white or pale, very pale women. You get what I'm saying? It's because they're insecure about their own skin shade, so they date a lot of women. And I know
so that the kids don't have to deal with that. Too, I was always like, I'm gonna date a white man. I'm for real.
I thought I was gonna date a light skin. I swear.
Yeah, because I wanted my kids to be like, so they didn't have to go through that. So it's understandable. I never knew that men thought like that.
Now
too.
I love it, and I want chocolate babies. For real, but
I didn't know men felt that way though. I really didn't.
Men feel what way?
Like I didn't know that they felt like insecure about their skin color either. Why do you protest Black Lives Matter and then tear each other down in the next breath?
Number one, contradiction. I don't tear nobody down. I build people up.
Okay then.
Yeah. So if I'm tearing you down, it's like in a joking way. I don't really mean that in my heart. Black Lives Matter is like a sort of a trend. Like it's definitely a political movement, but like I feel like it was a trend for a long time. And I don't protest Black Lives Matter.
See, I think it's become a trend. Like at first it was like, okay, this is a movement. Then it became a trend because it was like now everybody says Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
okay.
So, I don't. You won't catch me saying it because it's turned into something that originally wasn't what it meant.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying. Because before it was like it was action behind it. Now it's just like we're saying it.
Everybody say it.
We're just saying it to say it. But in the same breath, we're like we get mad when a police kills our guys, but we're doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They just, don't say it if you're not gonna put no action behind it, or try to stop it. And stuff like
I think
that's why I don't say it because like right now at the point in my life, I can't put no action behind it right now because I'm still trying to get myself together. But once I get myself together and I'm able to have marches or rallies or do what I
agree
can,
with that a lot.
That's when I'll start saying it. But I don't want to contradict myself.
Yeah, I think it's better if you actually. I think works are a lot than words. I think like if you truly believe that, then you should just like do things to do it. If you're not, you're just all say. Like you're not a doer. You're just a sayer. Like you're not credible.
Okay, I do say Black Lives Matter, but I took a whole Black Lives Matter course. You get what I'm saying? So like I say it because it's true. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But like I'm not walking around # Black Lives Matter. Like you know, like being that whole I'm a whole leader type thing. Yeah. I'm waking up.
No, I'm saying, but you know, I don't like people who say they're woke and they're really not.
Yeah,
like that one, like the man that came into your class one day, he was like, "I'm conscious, not woke." Because sometimes just because you're woke doesn't mean you're conscious.
My whole position on this topic is that Black lives do matter, but honestly, don't try to be an activist if you're not one. Don't front like you're an activist if you're really not one. And honestly, right now, I'm not a go hard activist. I'm not. I do represent my people, and I'm here for it. And if there's something I want to join on board or learn more about, I will.
I'm gonna jump on what you just said. It's slightly irrelevant, but I don't like when people are constantly raising awareness when we're already aware. Like all they do is like raise awareness. Like we know. Yeah. So what's next? What's your next step?
Right.
Because we've seen the protests and we've seen the news. We've seen all the hashtags. We know what's going on, and like you still raising awareness.
Right.
What's your plan? What are you gonna do? And you do nothing. So the issue stays alive because people are too afraid to go out and actually do something. Yeah. Maybe because like they don't know what to do, so they just keep raising awareness.
Yeah. That's what it is most likely. Because if you really knew what to do, you would do it.
Yeah, you wouldn't keep talking about it.
We think like, hey, we're not ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying the same thing. Like, we're not ready for it. But honestly, I think the whole reality is that we're really scared in a sense. It's almost like we don't know what to do, so I'm not finna jump in front, and then what's something happen to me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so like a lot of us now, and I know in our generation, like there's not a lot of activists in our generation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because a lot of us are scared, like saying the media for one is gonna bash you if you do one thing wrong, or if something that you're doing is not up to par, or they feel like it's not enough, you know what I'm saying? You kind of get judged for that. Yeah. So like, I feel like that it leads all back to that. Yeah. It leads back to that. When that happened, that mindset is trickled down to like now we don't want to do nothing. Honestly.
Yeah, and you got to be strong for that, because you got to be strong for like the lashback that you're gonna get.
Yeah.
All the negative comments, you got to be prepared for all that. Yeah. So it's like
and rise above that.
Exactly. So like
you don't have to let that stop you from
doing what you feel like
making the world a better place because someone's gonna say someone's gonna make fun of you about it.
And it's like sometimes you can't do it. I mean you can. But it's hard to do it by yourself, so you need strong people behind you to also help. Yeah, and it's like the black community is somewhat divided in that anyway. So it's like, who do you go looking?
Oh,
who do you exactly? So like, who do you go? Who do you call on basically? Because like you can barely call on your own people, because all they are talk, scared, and so it's like.
Yeah. But I think the activist question is, will you die for it?
Yeah.
Die for what?
For your cause.
For your movement.
Your cause.
And honestly, right now, I'm working on myself because I'm not willing to die for people.
I think a lot of people aren't willing to die for that at all.
Yeah,
it's just something. I think it's something they say so they don't get judged themselves.
Why are we so quick to support a non-black-owned business, but then hesitate when it's black-owned businesses? There are good black-owned businesses, and there are bad. And when people experience a bad one, it's hard for them to go back to one.
It's a stereotype.
Exactly. So it's like you kind of put all black-owned business in this one little bubble when it's not. Now, there are a lot of black-owned businesses that are like they have like the negative attitudes and not willing to help and and then they get mad when nobody supports them. But then you have good ones like Staj and her mom and her dad who have these things going, and it's like nobody's willing to support it, or they just feel like, oh, I'm black, you're black, you should cut me a deal, or you should do this. No, just because
they're the same color doesn't mean
I'm trying to come up in the world too. Yeah. So it just comes from some is like they want to be cut a deal because it's black and black, and some is because they experience like a bad black-owned business, so they don't tend to go over there anyways. So that's basically what it is, and just how we've been raised. We're going to these high-end places and shopping and doing this. So now we got, and then like you see on social media, everybody wearing this. So now you want to fit in with the trend too.
Right.
I agree a lot with what you just said. Don't forget there are also a lot of white businesses that are garbage too. But no one says anything about those because they want to put more stereotypes on black people. So like to oppress them more that's what I just think of right now. Also. This also might have to do with systematic oppression in the sense that more white, kids are able to go to better schools, get better education, like in how to run a business, how to do marketing, than black kids have at their schools. And then, of course, they don't have enough money to go to a right school, so they try to open their own business. With the little knowledge they have, it ends up failing, and that's more things to put in the stereotypes that black people they're not good. So, yeah, I think it's a lack of knowledge about how to actually run things in a business that makes it, a bad business.
I am a black business owner, and I teach dance classes to young girls. But when it comes to this whole situation, I'm a black owner, but I'm also a black customer too. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm also gonna put some black businesses in an app in the description. I'm gonna get y'all ready, okay? I'm gonna get y'all together. But when it comes to, I'm starting from the customer side first. When it comes to the customer's perspective, we're so quick to like overly put like a high standard on black businesses. So when we expect to be, oh, what's up, like fam, like, you know, you need the whole community aspect. You get what I'm saying? You need the prices to be just right. So basically, cheap, dirt, nothing. You get what I'm saying? You need the atmosphere gotta be clean, spotless. But I don't understand how you want to be clean, spotless, and up to par like the white business. When honest, or the dang on foreign business. Well, to be honest, you're not paying me foreign money or white money. You get what I'm saying? If you want a clearance deal, you're gonna get a clearance atmosphere. That makes sense? But I do understand the whole idea of black business when it comes to like how they talk and so, because it can get frustrating. And I know as a business owner, it's frustrating when you deal with people all day long and they really downgrade what you got going. You know what I'm saying? Even though you can have $1 million business, but if you got your quote unquote black community supporting you, but they almost like they're always down on you, or you not doing this, so
because they're hating on it.
Y'all put high standards on black businesses, but yet y'all don't want to support them. How you support the low standard white businesses. So it all goes back to the whole crab in the barrel mindset when you don't want the next black person next to you to get any higher than you.
I also think that black people are more comfortable downing a black business because you're black, I'm black.
Right.
We're at the same level.
Right.
But if a black person goes to a white business, they're kind of like maybe intimidated, so they don't want to say what they want to say. They can't tell this is whack because like they're not as comfortable around them.
Right.
If you're comfortable around somebody else who is black, you're gonna say what's on your mind. Yeah.
Why is growing up without a father so common in our race?
Everything is slavery. Everything is slavery. Because honestly, when you back in slavery, honestly, when you got sold off, your family's broken.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So and it goes back further than that to like Africa, but we ain't got to go back that deep. We gonna just stop at slavery right here, okay? When you're a whole family unit, but mothers too though. When you get sold off, you're not considered a family no more. You're considered my livestock. So I could care less about you being with your mother. I can care less about you being with your father. Or your children, for that matter of fact. I'm going for it, I'm sorry. But honestly, that's where we're starting. And nowadays, it was like that mindset came down, and on top of that, now you can't even get on like financial support with having a father in the household. Like if you want to have like food stamps, you can't claim that your father's in the home. Like I know, like with my family, like my mom can't say she's married, because if she says she's married, then she loses her food stamps. Or if you want to be on Section 8, you can't have a man in your house on Section 8. Even
though like you can't afford it. That's what's so messed up. That's how they.
Even though they say family building, it's not family building if it's just a mother and her kids. You throwing out the whole father aspect. You know what I'm saying? Versus when there's a father in the picture too, someone's like, you can't say it's family picture without the mama being there. You can make your own shift for family, but the ideal family makeup is a mother, a father, and their children. You get what I'm saying? And you can continue, but like honestly, if you don't have a mother and a father in a picture, that does something to the child. No matter how good that child may be, they have some wall in their mind because they don't have the correct makeup, I guess, not makeup, but like the correct tools, complete tools all around to get it all done. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be the best, you can be mama of the year, but there's not a father there, she's gonna have a daddy complex. You know what I'm saying? Versus you could be father of the year. If there's no mother there, that child's she's gonna have a mommy complex. She's not gonna know how to love. She's not gonna have the tender care a woman can give her. A mother can give her. Because an outside woman can come in and show you things, or outside man can come in and show you things. But if your mother or father's not there, that birth connection is not there.
But you do have an upside if you actually have a father figure in your life or a mother figure in your life. So we also can't forget about that as well. That also this might segue into you said you have a mother and a father. Some people might take that as like what about a mother and a mother or a father and a father? They might pull that card, but we know that you're talking about like the father leaving. Yeah. And I don't know why it's so common in our race.
Yeah.
Okay, that's another video.
See, okay, that is. I also want to get into that. Right. But how I feel about the situation? It's just like
it needs to stop. We got issues over here.
We sitting over here mad. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think it's so common in our race because that's like she said, it stems back to that. So it's like people were out their father. You know what? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what goes in your head on what makes you want to leave. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand.
But it's not always the man leaving. Sometimes
or
it's
the mother.
Prison.
A prison.
Watch the video 13. Plug. Watch 13. There's a lot of stuff gonna come out.
See,
I don't understand. Like especially the ones who like been without a father, and then
do the
same thing to your kids.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I don't understand that because it's like I would want my kid to grow up with their father because I didn't grow up with mine, and I know what I lacked with all that. So it's like,
So for men who are in their right minds, because there's a lot of men who are not in their right minds, to be honest. Like there's a lot of disability fathers who you look good suited up, but to be honest, mentally you're not all there.
Yeah.
And so I've seen that a lot.
Women, be careful. Men and women, choose wisely who you want your kids with. That's why you don't need to be out here just having unprotected sex or having sex with anybody, because you never know how they might feel about that. Because the mother can have that kid and dip up out on you, just like the father can dip up out on you. You know what I'm saying? And then you're left with that responsibility for the rest of your life.
Right. Now we're not neglecting like any like natural life instances that happen, but like for the right
ones
mind,
who are
it's a choice.
Perfectly living right now.
Right.
And you decided to dip out on my mother.
When you're scared and you leave because you don't want to have the responsibilities,
right,
you got other families around. That's your fault.
The mother or the father's not scared either. You know what I'm saying? That's why you wait till marriage.
If you can keep your legs closed to the ring on your finger, then do that.
I was playing.
No, but honestly, though, if you can do that though, because that means now you have a husband that
low key it's ideal. Like it's not necessarily practical or like necessarily desirable in like modern day culture. But I think there's a reason why that was a thing. Because like if you already married, you're financially secure. You have money to take care of the kids, and you know you love this person. You know what they like, what they don't like, how you can get along, what you're arguing about, and you're like,
and you guys
had
that conversation about having kids.
But see, that's now.
But I'm saying, if I was to be out here with a dude right now, our conversation right now is not about having no kids, because I'm not trying to have no kids, but yet I'm having sex with you. So then a kid comes up, like I end up pregnant. You're not ready for no kid. You can dip out on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you didn't have that conversation. That's gonna be my conversation from now on. I'm like, do you want to have a child with me? Because
to be honest,
us having sex, it could lead to that. So are you ready to have a kid? Are you ready to have a kid? Are you ready to have a kid? That's my question. Even if we're not married, not in a relationship, we're having sex, you want to have a kid?
But honestly, because that's the question now. Because honestly, if I'm dating you, there's a potential that we're gonna be together forever. You know what I'm saying? If we go into and I don't ask you, do you want kids, and then we end up getting married, and you say, oh, I don't want kids. What? Yeah. I want 3. You want none? Like what? No, you feel me? Yeah. That's not even a common barrier. 3 and none. What? I'm saying, like, honestly, but like, I get what she's saying right now. But honestly, back then, like back, we're going like with dirt roads back. Like honestly, when women who weren't virgins till marriage, they weren't desired because they were considered Jezebels or hoes. So it's like now, sex is such a big thing. Like, oh my God, it's first of all, it's overfabricated, but it is. But I'm just saying, like back then it was undesired. Now it's moved towards I'm like I want to have sex, and honestly, I don't want to get married to you. And people are okay with people having 10 and 15 partners. I'm not okay with that, bro. I'm not gonna
It's cool if you do.
No, it ain't.
Because you can be a confident woman or man and do what you want to do.
You can do what you want to do.
But don't be mad if someone comes up to you and it's like, nah, I ain't cool with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be the one. How many bodies you got? 6.
We ain't judging nobody.
Boop. Unless you're saying like, you know, I'm celibate and had sex with me. You know, stuff like that. But if you saying I had 6, I'm trying to make you another one, that's it.
That's bad. It's like you're just racking up.
Right.
Racking up points.
But shit, I got people in my life right now. When I tell you 25 bodies and counting, 25 and counting, and they're female.
And they're young.
Yeah, like they're not like, oh, I'm 30 or I'm in my 40s, and that's just over time.
No, you're early 20s.
Yeah, that's early. Not even 25. Yeah, not even 25.
It was into a different discussion probably later on.
Yeah,
about,
that's a whole different video.
Yeah.
Does your body count matter? Because it does.
Body count. Does your body counts matter?
Because it do. Hashtag body counts matter. Shoot.
Or don't.
All right, next question. Or don't.
All right. Why don't we like to confront our mental health issues? I got it.
Okay.
Let me tell you. Back in the day, I'm gonna take it back.
Way back.
Okay.
Because it started from back there, so we kept that mentality.
Yeah.
What happens in this home stays in this home.
That's what it is.
So, I'm feeling depressed, and I need to talk to somebody. Oh, keep that hush, hush, hush. Don't nobody need to know that.
All up in your business.
I don't want them in my business type thing. So like, that's like the mindset. So it's kind of like trickled down into everybody. See me, if I need help. All through high school, I had a counselor, a therapist lady, mental health therapist, because I knew I had issues. And I bet you if I would have been able to speak that back when I was in middle school, when I was going through all this different type of stuff, I probably wouldn't have done the things I did while I was in high school.
Right.
So it's like they want us to keep quiet, basically, that something is wrong with us.
Right.
Because they want us to be normal. Because they want us to have a chance like the white kids have a chance. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing they go to counseling, they go to therapy and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But because they don't see that, they don't want us to like be out there. So basically, it's just keep it quiet.
Don't forget, a lot of white kids don't got therapy either. Talk about all these shootings that are happening.
So and we need it. If you have a mental illness, go get help. Mm-hmm. Like real talk, because it's hard to do that on your own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also think it's dismissed because it's funny. Like you say, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Whoever.
That's crazy talk.
You know, don't pay her no mind. Don't pay him no mind. That
yes, that's what they used to say. That's that's just your old crazy Uncle Billy Bob Joe.
Got something wrong with him.
He really real life. Yeah.
And if he hasn't helped, it would have been solved.
Mm-hmm.
See, now mine's different from the fact that black people are always thought to be strong.
Yeah.
From like birth, we come out like, oh, dust it off. So when you get to like a kid who really has ADHD, or who really has like mental depression, who really has like schizophrenia, stuff like that, in black culture, it's almost like, cool plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you being dramatic.
Yeah.
But when I reality, no, that's really how I feel. Like, they have anxiety issues. Yeah. Cause I know I had that.
Other people sometimes just be my own self. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one who belittles myself more than anybody else does. Mm-hmm. So it's like, no, it's not other people. I don't care what they say, but it's me. Like, some days I wake up and I'm like, what is life? Yeah. Like, it's not like what is life, but it's like I feel numb. Like, it's like I don't know what to do, where to go. So I be sitting in the house like, boom, eating, cause now I'm hungry. Right. So it's like, cause I'm not doing anything. Yeah. So like, yeah, it's real. Yeah.
That might also stem from people thinking like you said, people saying that you'll be good. That might also stem from being ignorant to like not knowing what caused the mental issue, what it even is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, like they might not even know what ADHD is. Right. So, yeah.
So being illiterate.
Mm-hmm.
Which stems back to
systematic oppression.
And slavery.
It all stems back to, basically.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Because back then, like, even though you can be, first of all, women when they came on the cramps, pregnant, you can be going through a mental breakdown. They do not care. You're getting in there, they ain't gonna feel it. You're gonna pick my cotton. Okay, that's very stereotypical. But I'm just like, they pick different things in different places. But like, honestly, that's just the man who came out here. Like, you're picking my cotton no matter what. After
that, like, whole thing, and it's just like, kind of like, what is segregation and stuff like that? Yeah. Even when it comes to that, it's like, we didn't get the best health care. Right. We didn't get offered all these different types of things. You
were taught not to care. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to care about what's going on with you right now and look at the bigger picture. When in reality, the bigger picture is made up of you. So if you're messed up in your mind, the bigger picture's messed up. But you know, that's a whole other video too. Because people are just slavery. Slavery is just
so freaking true.
All right, one more question. My bad.
Yeah, this is gonna be last.
And then we're gonna be out because this is actually a really long video. Yeah. I'm gonna do a part 2 and probably split this joint up.
Okay. Why is being educated considered a white thing?
That's ignorant. That's all that is.
Somebody else go.
Okay.
Slavery. Look. But for real, slavery.
And then it's just that mindset of if you're smart, oh goodness, it's not a white thing. Just to let you guys know.
It's not. It's just...
We're all in college.
Okay, don't tell too hard.
No, I'm mad.
That's my phone. Oh yeah. With no case on that boy. So come
on. Like she said, it goes back to like segregation and slavery. We weren't supposed to know how to read and write. So. Plus and people were scared.
You can get killed for reading.
That's you can get killed for that. Mm-hmm. So a mother back then is not going to allow her kid to read or write. Yeah. And then when we started being able to read and write and go to school and stuff, we didn't get the best type of education. Right. We didn't get what the whites were able to have. We had the raggedy books that probably were pages ripped out. Mm-hmm. So it's like we missed that section of the chapter.
We missed that.
I failed the test. So it's like. And then, even now, I'm just put it. Even now, no,
just look. I can't sit for the SAT. Look, I didn't get that lesson in math. Shoot,
so even now, when I went to Washington Township schools, their education is on point. Yeah, it really is on point because it was once upon a time a predominantly white school system. Right. But now it's like, you know, mixed and interracial and all this stuff. But when I went to Jackson, it's like I felt like I was back in segregation because the public schools, just the schools in general that were black, we didn't have books, or they were all ripped up and messed up. We didn't have teachers for certain classes, and it was I did not have no teacher senior year, so I don't know how I passed trigonometry. I don't know how. I
passed trigonometry.
I don't know. That's why when I went to college, it was hard for me to adapt into that. Right. Like going to class doing this because I wasn't used to it. Right. So it's not a white thing. It's just what they portrayed upon it. Like it's like basically what we learned because they were the ones who were educated and doing our stuff, but not knowing that. That's basically where it stems from. Is from the lack of education. So it's like they don't want you to. And basically, blacks say, "Oh, you're white for wanting that," because you never went further than what you could have possibly done. You never went further than what you could have possibly done. Ooh, so now you're basically just trying to tear me down because I want to go to school and I want to be something and I don't want to be like you. But why is it saying, "Oh, I had the best education because I can go here and you went here, so you're not smarter than me," type thing. But really, I didn't go there because I didn't have the money. And I wasn't getting no full ride. I mean, I had the grades, but I'm not going to get no full ride because I didn't get picked for it because you got picked for it. Even though my scores knocked you out the water, I'm not going to say that. Well, they did, but, you know, so it's just things like that.
So, she already said the slavery part because slavery. But, anywho. I think it goes like using the progression skills. Almost like at first, one point we couldn't do it, so it's almost like we were killed for doing it. You get what I'm saying? But we still had those who fought through and got it in. You know what I'm saying? So then once we got to segregation, the ones who did it, they were like that 10% that could like reach down, teach to others. It's like, you know, get on the academic level. Now, at one point in time, it was like academia was like the top thing everybody wanted to get. That was the strive for all black families. You know what I'm saying? But like now, it's almost like being intelligent is not. It's like lame, and it's throwing me because it's almost like
it's lame because they're jealous. They're not as smart as you.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna.
It's just weird.
Bring you down.
Cause like most
jealousy. We talked about that in the previous. Listen, jealousy. I can't be your friend. You can't be mine if you're jealous.
It's just weird to me because it's like if you think about like some actual rapper like Tupac, he was educated, out the water.
His mama did not play.
Educated, like, and he wanted to learn for himself. You know what I'm saying? This wraps up the video.
Thanks for watching. You are
Anthony Bowler.
You wanna plug yourself?
Sure. YouTube Anthony Bowler Magic. Instagram at Anthony Bowler. Snapchat at Domino's Magic.
We'll put that in the description box below. Thank y'all for watching.
Check out his channel, please.
Yeah, check out his channel.
He's dope. I know he had me fooled as a kid. And that shed over there. Remember when you levitated?
I sure did.
How did you do
He
that?
levitated.
Yes.
What's playing?
Hype. They love it. Go check it out. I got good reviews.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And remember, if you can't love God,
can't love yourself.
If you can't love yourself,
can't love nobody else.